Our next clip has to do with the setup and understanding of the operator ID and access level structure within the SIMSII. We can get to here from the Charlie Sam operator access. We're going to enter into this screen right now, and here's where we set these up. The operators themselves is a sliding movement through here, and within the demo we've got several of them that are set up. In order to get the correct access level groupings at the bottom, we simply must come over here and select whichever one it is. In this case, this operator was apprentice level, and below now we're going to see the selections. All entries listed whenever there's an asterisk over there. So if I leave that asterisk there, that means everything in that level or any level below is going to be enabled. Now, there are no lower levels than the apprentice level, but when I get involved in supervisors and so forth, know that whenever you move them to that level, everything below that has now been allowed. In the apprentice level, if I place an A up there, that means they can select a different language. A B means they can go into out of service testing. C says they can create a manual alarm. D, they can complete an alarm event. E, they can view pending service work orders, and so forth, right on through there. So let's just do this. E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. This equals the asterisk. There are 26 possibilities for each one. The apprentice level only uses the first, it looks like about 18. But the asterisk says give him all authority within this level. If you want to remove some of the authority within this level and you didn't want him, let's say, to create a manual alarm, you do it by doing it this way. Let's move now. We're just going to erase that out, and I'll put the asterisk back in there. Let's go down and look at an operator level. Now remember, an operator level has got all the apprentice indicators that are up there right now, plus I'm going to come down and select the operator level so we get our next grouping. So I know that if I want to give him all of the capabilities the apprentice did, plus some of these or all of these, he's got to be an operator. So the same thing holds true on here. There are certain indicators here. In this case, it looks like it's something less than 18 that are selectable, and so forth like that. I can move down to the supervisory level now. Again, now we're talking about all apprentice, all operator, plus I now can make selections for these here. Okay. Now, while we're looking at our access levels, I'm going to bring one thing more to your attention. I'll just go over here to these access and levels here, and I'm going to strike the F1 key. I want you to also notice that in order to enable SIMSWeb, you must put an asterisk, an ampersand in this field also. So if you wanted to give this person web level access and you wanted to have all the capabilities, you put an asterisk and an ampersand in there. Now, there is another field down here, and that would be when you wanted to limit him to a certain IP address. Let's just say his IP address was 192.168.1.1. Now, that's a router address that's basic for all installations, but we would put a specific IP address so that in the SIMSWeb he's going to come, he's going to see this person has access to come in, but he's also going to check to make sure that he is coming from that IP address. This is our security issues that we're dealing with here. Okay, now we spoke about this. We also have remote capability. So let's come down here and look at those. Remote is a whole separate entity of himself. He does not have anyone's below him. He does not have anyone's above him. It is just him because he is the one that's dialing in from PC Anywhere, let's say, and he's a special thing. You're going to want to give him capabilities to do certain things, but not other things without any regard to what level he is. He's a separate level into himself. In here you can also notice that he has group A Acme. If you put a grouping in the operator ID, that means this particular login can only get access to those accounts. So we know if somebody logs in as SIM003, he can only get access into the Acme accounts, or print Acme accounts, or print reports from Acme. But in this case here, he's got the ability to everything that's listed here. If I wanted to further take care of him, it runs exactly the same as we saw in some of the other things. You can limit some of the things that he can do, stop him from faxing or logging in or out or exiting the program, all kinds of things. Okay, I think we've got a very good understanding now, and although I could take you up to the management capability here just for a second, he again has all of the things below him, including master supervisor, supervisor, and so forth down there. This is the guy that has to have a lot of capability to regenerate files and to fix accounts, to modify event priority levels and so forth like that. Okay, whatever entries you place here should also be passed through to the SIMS for Windows. So they will use the same operator file, and this should conclude the operator ID and access level video.